Welcome to At the Table,
where we are connecting entrepreneurs, discovering missions, and building communities with purpose, body, soul, mind, and business with
Charlie,
and Heather.
with Women in Leadership. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Mindset Monday at the Table with, I'm Charlie.
And I'm Heather. And we're so excited today. Happy Monday. I know, weird. We're in different rooms.
It
Can you
happens
imagine?
sometimes.
We're
What?
not spending 24 hours a day with each other.
What? What is all that about?
Right?
So, if you've been following along with Mindset Monday since the beginning of the year, we are reading two amazing books, Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life and Nishla Joy DeVee's The Secret Power of Yoga. And we have two different versions here, but it is the same book. Heather's just got like the new edition.
The fancy one.
The fancy one. If you would like to order your books, head over to the website. You could order them from there. And you can check out our YouTube channel where I read them every Sunday. So you can follow along. I read them
And
on
then join
Sunday.
in the conversation. We'd love to know your comments and your feedback or what part of this really resonated with you. And if you need additional help with any of these areas, we know some specialists. So don't hesitate to ask. And if you end up triggered in a mental state, please dial 988 and it will connect you with mental health emergency services.
Excellent. Thank you. So this week we are talking about awareness around our actions and how it makes us resistance to change, our awareness around the resistance to change. So we've talked about deciding to make changes in our life. Now we're going to talk about those resistant pieces that we might encounter as we grow and change. And it's just awesome. So this week,
Because it's part of the process, right? Because there's that push and pull, right?
mhm.
You're like, I want to change, but then how am I showing up? And so this chapter really gets into the nitty-gritty of noticing how you're resisting your change.
Right. Specifically, we are on chapter 6 of You Can Heal Your Life. And the quote this week is, I am in the rhythm and flow of ever changing life. That is so true.
Ooh, that's awesome. I just, the only thing that constant is change, right?
Hmm.
So if I'm in the rhythm and flow of everlasting changing life, like you already know that you're going to change with and grow with your life. Like I like that was really powerful.
One of the most powerful things in this chapter are lessons that can be learned through awareness and looking at the resistance and making those mental changes. And it starts with the observation of watching how you resist and then you go ahead anyway, right? And some of those nonverbal clues that our actions often show, for instance, are changing the subject,
I'm a queen at this one.
leaving the room, going to the bathroom, being late, getting sick, procrastinating by doing something else,
Oh, I'm good at
doing
that one
busy
too.
work, or wasting time. I'm really good at the busy work one. Let's be real. That's very me. Looking away or out the window, flipping through a magazine, refusing to pay attention, eating, drinking, or smoking, creating or ending a relationship, and creating breakdowns, cars, appliances, plumbing, etc. And
Oh
Heather's
man.
laughing because she's
Because
like,
my car's broken down again. I was like, cool. I'm like, cool. This is great.
and then last year when we talked about the four agreements, we talked about making it assumptions, and we often assume things about others to justify our resistance. That's why we make the assumptions. We make
And there
statements.
are stories in our heads, right? So all of our assumptions come from our own personal experiences.
Right, right.
So that doesn't really help in a relationship with somebody else.
No, No,
So
but
we
it's
we met
about
definitely.
dealing
But
with
this
your
is
own inner stuff, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is great because I was like, we often assume things about others to justify ours. I wouldn't do good anyways. How many times have you said that to yourself?
Ooh, I'm not good at that anyway.
I wouldn't have done a good job. Or,
They won't understand.
ooh,
I
I
would
would
have to
have to change
change.
my whole personality.
Yeah.
No,
One
only
only
create.
crazy people go to therapists. It's okay if you go to therapy. It's actually probably a good thing for most
I'm
people.
glad that it's been a lot more normalized.
Yeah. They couldn't help me with my problem. They couldn't handle my
Oh,
anger is a big one, right?
they don't want to know how I really feel, right?
My my case is different. I don't want to
Everybody's
bother
case is
them.
different,
Yeah.
right?
You don't want to
I
bother
don't want to
them.
bother them. That's a big one, right? We often don't ask for help because we don't want to bother somebody.
Yeah, I feel that.
Wow. Yeah.
Um, and nobody else does it. Why should I?
Hmm.
Right?
So many, I would just want to debate each one. Like, no, 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 this is why. But that's not what we're doing today. We're really just bringing awareness to if these things come up for you, then these are warning signs that maybe you're resisting something that you want to change. And this gives you the opportunity to look at that and make a decision.
Yes.
So just because I tell myself nobody else does it, does that mean it's going to stop me?
Hmm.
We wouldn't be here, right?
I wouldn't
Right
be
in
here.
this moment, if that's what we said, right? So,
Hmm.
and we stayed in that belief in our head.
Speaking of beliefs, we grow up with beliefs that become our resistance to change. Some of our limiting ideas that are set into us as we grow up, as we're domesticated as children, is it's not done. It's not right. It's not right for me to do that. It wouldn't be spiritual. Spiritual people don't get angry. Men, women just don't do that. My family never
Mm.
did that. Love is not for me. It's too far to drive. It's too much work. It's too expensive. It will take too long. I don't believe in it. And I'm not that kind of person. Hmm. When I think of my own resistance to change, is I think of in my head what a successful person looks like, and do I meet that profile?
Ooh.
Right? Am I successful because I don't fit that mold? Right? So then
Mm.
I end up judging myself based on
What a vicious circle that leads to.
yeah, yeah. And then we get to them. We give our power to others and use that as our excuse to changing. We give our power to others and we use that as an excuse.
Gosh.
What?
Ooh, no more excuses to you guys. I'm always talking about how can you take your power back. So
Mhm.
these are great awarenesses if you're giving your power away,
Mhm.
if you're letting someone else have the power instead of taking it back for you.
Yeah. And you might hear things like, God doesn't approve. I'm waiting for the stars to say it's okay. This isn't the
So,
right environment. They won't let me change. I don't have the right teacher, book, class, or tools. My doctor doesn't want me to. I can't get enough time off of work. I don't want to be under their spell. It's all their fault.
mm,
They have to change first. As soon as I get blank, I'll do it. They don't understand. I don't want to hurt them. It's against my upbringing, religion, or philosophy. You make
that
it
whole,
about them instead
yeah,
of about what you need.
you actually have the power to choose and decide every day in every moment how you show up. So
Hmm.
I encourage you, if any of those, if you're giving your power away,
Practice
if
taking it
you're
back.
take it back. Oh,
Mm.
oh, wow.
Wow. Right. Okay.
I
Self-confidence.
like this. I like this section too because it's like you don't think about. This one is one that I hadn't really thought about. We have ideas about ourselves that we use as limitations or resistance to change. We are too old, young, fat, thin, short, tall, lazy, strong, weak, dumb, smart, poor, worthless,
Frivolous.
frivolous, serious, stuck. Maybe it's
Maybe
just all too much.
too,
Everything's too
too.
old, too young, too fat, too thin, too short, too tall, too lazy. What
Guess
is it
what?
you're telling yourself?
You're not too anything.
Yeah, I feel like this goes into the just category. We're going to add
Right?
to and just.
Too and just kick those out of the vocab and we're good. Delaying tactics. Do you ever like delay stuff? Put things on
Never.
hold because you don't want to face it. You don't really want to change, but you do, but it's hard work.
It might feel overwhelming.
Our
So
resistance
how does it show up? How does
mm,
that show up in your life? So
yeah. Our resistance often expresses itself as delaying tactics. We use excuses like, I'll do it later. I can't think right now. I don't have time right now. It would take too much time away from my work. Yes, that's a good idea. I'll do it some other time. I have too many other things to do. I'll think about it tomorrow. As soon as I get through with blank, as soon as I get back from this trip, the time isn't right. It's too late or too soon. Stop delaying. Just do it, right? Like Nike, just do it.
just do it.
Just do it. The next form of resistance is denial.
This, there's nothing wrong with me.
Mm,
I can't do anything about this problem.
mm.
I was right last time. What good would it do to change? If I ignore it, maybe the problem will go away,
Denial.
right?
And then we hit fear. By far, the biggest category of resistance is fear. Fear of the unknown. I'm not ready yet. I might fail. They might reject me. What would the neighbors think? I'm afraid to tell my partner. I might get hurt. I may have to change. It might cost me money. I would rather die first. I don't want anyone to know I have a problem. I'm afraid to express my feelings. I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. I don't have the energy. Who else knows where I might end up? I may lose my freedom.
Hmm.
It's too hard to do. I don't have enough money now. I might hurt my back. I wouldn't be perfect. I might lose my friends. I don't trust anyone. It might hurt my image. I'm not good enough. Again, with the I'm not good enough. Guess what? You are enough. You
You
are.
are already enough.
And on the list goes. Mm.
That one was a lot of it might, what if questions for me. That's like where it went. Like, so if you're saying that to me, that's like awareness. Okay, I'm in the what if category. So that's how can I take a deep breath and come into the present?
Mhm.
How can I be here and let the what ifs go? Because we don't know what if will happen. And
Yeah, it's
sometimes
like,
it's
what
the
if I
fear of
fail? Well,
unknown,
honey, what if you fly?
right?
Mm.
Change the question.
Mm. And she talks about leaving your friends alone because it's not about them. You don't have to drag them
Yeah,
along with you. It's not about them. It's about you and your own growth journey. If they want to join you in the growth journey, that's fine. If they're working alongside you, parallel with you, like Heather and I do, that's cool. That's great. It's awesome if you have a friend that will do that for you, but don't push them because the
right.
harder you push, guess what? The more they
They
resist.
pull, but they
They,
pull in and they adhere to those denial terms.
Mhm.
Of those terms that they have in their head, they just hunker into them until they're ready to change and be aware. And they
Exactly.
may not be, and that's their choice in life, right? We each have that power of choice and decision.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
Charlie and I clearly have made the choice to show up every day, doing our best to grow and change over the years. That's how we got together, right? We were both on this parallel journey of growth and change. And then we thought, hey, let's bring this to more people because we're not alone.
We're not, and you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, she talks again about mirror work. We've talked about this a few times recently. It keeps coming up.
Yeah.
So this is a practice
It
that I'm
must be
practicing.
really important if it keeps coming up,
Right.
right? Really important.
So this is something
Mhm.
I'm practicing doing. Practice talking to yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself. Positive things. I'm going to do X. I'm going to be successful. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am enough.
I'm
Look yourself in
already
the
enough.
eyes and tell yourself
I'm already worthy.
you're already worthy. Yeah. Okay. Repeated patterns show our needs. What repeated patterns do you have, and what need is it asking of you?
I love that reflection on what's happening and what it is you need, because then that gives you the opportunity to fulfill that need for yourself.
Right. And guess what? It's nobody else's job to make you happy. That's something you need to do for yourself. What
Mhm.
does that look like? And for me, step number one is to stop judging myself. I'm much happier since I'm, when I'm not judging myself, when I'm not shooting
Right?
or doing myself, right?
Yes.
Um, and then it has nothing to do with willpower or discipline. It's simply practice. Things keep popping up, they keep grabbing your attention. And the more you are aware of it, the more you can, you know,
Well, even like yesterday, um, or last week, we were working in public and the phones wouldn't charge. Then everything died. And it's like this like natural response was to be upset, but I realized I wasn't feeling upset. I was like,
right.
this is the thing. It's like I didn't need to make it a bigger thing than it
Mhm.
was. Like it was just like, okay, time to move on from here, right? Like, okay.
I guess,
No deal.
yeah, I guess we're moving on and let's go home and plug our stuff in and take a break and work later. It's fine. Um, and then there's a willingness to release the need.
Mm.
Do you feel like you need something so much that you're just holding on with a death grip?
Mm.
Practice letting it go. You got those cat claws in? Let go, let go, let go. All right.
Cat
Um,
claws.
I
Oh.
am unworthy creates procrastination. That
Mhm.
belief stalls you. If one of my inner belief systems or thought patterns is I am unworthy, then one of my outer effects will probably be procrastination. After all, Procrastination is one way to keep us from getting where we say we want to go. Most people who procrastinate will spend a lot of time and energy berating themselves for procrastinating. They will call themselves lazy and generally will make themselves out to feel they are a bad person. You are worthy. Believe you are worthy and stop procrastinating.
Surprise! This week's Mindset Monday is in 2 parts. That is how we're rolling this week. Keep going.
And now networking. We help these young women transition from high school into college. And ours is a unique program because we are helping them each year of college till they get that bachelor's degree or go into their chosen career. And so that mentorship goes on through college and actually after college, because what we have is we have 2 phases in our program. And that first one is getting them through high school to college to their career. And once they're in their career, they're a now member forever with a free membership. And we have mentors in place, business coaches that help them to learn the essential skills to run an effective business. And so the mentoring goes on, the relationship goes on, and I'm sure that they will eventually also be mentors to the new kids coming into our program.
We take the mystery and pain out of social media consistency for your business, giving you back time to shine in your zone of genius. Social media is the new branding. It deserves its own attention, thought, and effort. Yet so few businesses actually take this seriously and invest enough time on their strategy. We can do it for you at an affordable rate that will fit into your budget and allow you to pursue other revenue channels as well. The hardest part of social media management is keeping up the consistency to be seen and know what to post, when to post. Are you ready to have everything ready to go for you, saving you time and energy by not having to do it all yourself? Still getting your message out so that people get to know you, like you, and develop trust while opening yourself up to more time for the business of your business where you shine. Working with women in leadership, BSMB LLP is a unique experience that bridges the gap from face-to-face to virtual relationship marketing. Not only do we love to help you shine on social media, we love to share tools to help you grow with us, body, soul, mind, and business. Check out our podcast and YouTube channel for Mindset Mondays, Social Media Training Wednesdays, business interviews and special topics on Fridays, and weekly readings on Sundays. To schedule your consultation or podcast interview, head to our website, www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get our weekly readings on Sunday, our podcast, Mindset Monday, Social Media Training with Heather on Wednesdays with a live Q&A, and guest interviews and special topics on Fridays. Thank you for joining us. Find out more and schedule with us online at www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com, where you have a spot at the table. Thank you for joining in on the fun. Be sure to like and subscribe for more.